TorgyTalk. 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 Welcome back to the Boyz podcast. I'm your host, John Torgerson, along with my co-host, Jake Wember. How are we doing this week?
Doing fine. Thank you for asking.
I'm doing a little up. I'm upset.
Yeah.
It could get any worse. Could it get any worse? I don't think. I thought it could. I didn't think it could get worse than the Hail Mary. But you know what?
Here's what I'm saying. It could have been worse.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think I sent you a video. I don't remember what the analyst's name was, but he described it pretty well. Like, no emotion. Like, as soon as it happened, like, Bears fans just, like, really, like, it's almost as if we, like, I was sitting in the bar, like, I'm not going to be surprised that I said it to somebody, like I'm not going to be surprised if we miss this somehow. I didn't want to put it in the atmosphere, but look at what happened.
Casey was literally sitting on the couch with me, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, are the Bears about to win?" And I said, "Not yet.
Probably not.
They haven't won yet." And there was 20 seconds left. I'm like, "They haven't won it yet."
Yeah, I think it. Like we were saying before we hit record, dude. I think a lot of that has to do with that's coaching. That's Matt Eberflus not getting his team. He could have got. Excuse me. Not saying that Not saying it would have not gotten blocked had it been a little bit closer, but the ball's a little bit closer. You kick the ball a little bit higher.
That's where my head's. I mean, you had asked me how much time did they have left.
I think they had like 10 seconds left.
I thought there was like 15 or 19 seconds or something.
It was something ridiculous that Matt Eberflus settled for 46 yards, which, I mean, I trust Cairo Santos to make that any other day, but like...
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I mean...
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that. I remember thinking like they should at least run one more play, but then he risks turnovers and everything. And
yeah, but at that point,
I don't know.
At that point, you can defend that in a press conference. You can say, "What were you doing there? Why didn't you just settle for a 46-yard field goal?" I was trying to get it closer. You can defend that.
you can defend absolutely.
That. I mean, he was defending the fact that he was cool with the 46-yarder and he would kick that again, which is. I will give it to the guy. Yeah. I will give it to the guy. He is pretty firm on his decisions. Like he definitely backs himself up. And Shane Waldron did the same thing when he was a coach too. He quadrupled down on wrong play calls multiple times. Just you gotta give it to them. They're firm with their decisions, and they're not gonna second guess themselves. I guess whether it be the wrong decision or not, they are firm with their decisions. I don't know, man. That's bad coaching right there. Not getting your team closer, and on top of that, like I think that the internet shows. I'll have to watch that Pat McAfee video again, but that the internet shows that was a fucking. I don't think you can be on top of a fucking long snapper like that, dude. They were like, dude, the Bears long snapper was literally on his ass before the ball was even held down. Before Tory Taylor held the ball down for Cairo Santos to kick it, our long snapper was on his ass. That's insane. Like, there are rules. I don't know the exact rules. They have changed over the years. But I don't think you can't. From what I remember, you can't just fucking like bull rush a long snapper. You have to like. I know he's unprotected. Because he's looking through his legs. He's unprotected. It's basically like hitting a blindsided quarterback. You can't do it. You're hitting an unprotected player. So I'll have to triple check on the rules. But I mean, it is what it is. The game's over. I mean, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I don't know the rules are.
It looked pretty fucking dirty to me.
I watched that Pat McAfee clip, and I mean, he said it best. I mean, we don't know the rules, and they've changed so many times. Does anybody even know the rules?
Right. Like, well, he looked like he thought it was dirty at first in the beginning of that video for sure. He's like, hey, he's like, I'm a Chicago fan. I'm like, what the fuck?
But it's, I mean, I don't know.
They need to have set rules on that. I don't think that was. If the Bears did that to the Packers, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that three guys on a fucking unprotected person and being able to fucking push him over like that and disrupt a play and block a field goal and ruin my goddamn day is bullshit. Put a set rule in the fucking. I think they need to put a set rule in there. They need to. If there isn't, they need to reestablish the rules of what you can and can't do to somebody who is long snapping a football, because he is unprotected. He's looking through his legs. He's not looking at what's in front of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless, Thomas Brown called a fucking great game. Caleb Williams looked good. I mean, the offense, I mean, it goes to show right there that maybe Shane Waldron is just a scapegoat, and Matt Eberflus, is the real problem, considering the fact that Thomas Brown called a good game and we still lost because of that's head coaching, I think, at that point.
Yeah, I mean, they've played a lot better than they have. I know that much. I mean,
yeah. I mean, Thomas Brown called a great game. It was sweet.
It was a lot more fun to watch the Bears this week.
Caleb looked like he was like comfortable, like he was like okay with making risky throws. Like he had a lot of throws that were in really tight windows, and I'm like, hey, even if he didn't see that defender popping in there at the last second, he's making risky throws, and that's cool. He needs to make the risky throws. He needs to make the mistakes. I'm glad that he was making throws. So I'm very confident I'm very excited to see the rest of the season with a new with our new offensive coordinator. I think that we're going to really see a lot of progress with our offense this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Is the season over? I don't know. Probably 10. Essentially,
we play the Packers. We play the Packers one more time. Again, we need to, and we play the Vikings twice
one more time. With the way we played the Packers this past week, I think we can beat the Vikings twice easily. Not easily. I think we can beat the Vikings twice. I think I don't know. I think we are in for a good treat within the next 3 years of Caleb Williams being here, and 3 years minimum with what we're able to see, like just from week 10 to week 11, just that jump with a new coaching change. Like, it's just like, all right, cool. We're back on track. We're not, that 3 games was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what? I was kind of scared. I was like, does he suck? Like, nope, it's just coaching. I'm like, cool. Now we're back on track to getting our offense and everybody progressing towards next year. I'm cool with, I wasn't expecting us to have a Super Bowl season this year. You know what I mean? This is a Caleb Williams' first year. He's a rookie. Mm-hmm. Like, let's build. I'm cool with it. Sunday showed me a lot of growth. Personally, I think there's a lot of growth. But yeah,
hell yeah. Did you see that? I was watching the game. Did you see the Packers' first touchdown?
Yes, I did.
Jordan Love pulling a play out of, who was it? Brett Favre's playbook or Aaron Rodgers that used to do that, where he would catch players running off the field.
Oh, that's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah,
that was an Aaron Rodgers thing, and he'd call hike as they're on their last step.
Yeah, it's Jordan just situational awareness. Yeah. Finding an extra man on the play.
So smart. I mean, what an awesome play. I mean, Jordan Love, they scored a touchdown on that. Yep. Which, I mean, go Bears, and also screw the Packers, but still, that was pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool to see.
It's situational awareness right there. Seeing 12 guys on the field and calling hike or go.
Yeah, there was another one. There, it was like 4th and goal. They're down by 6. There was 11 minutes left on the clock, and the Packers just went for it on 4th and goal.
Yeah,
or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and they did not get it. Yeah, that was huge.
They did.
That was huge.
Yeah, why would they call that play with 11 minutes left, knowing that they're going to get the ball back? They probably why not kick a field goal?
I don't know. They think that because they're the Packers and they're gay. I don't know why they call that. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea why they call that.
And then there were some missed calls during the game that I'm sure that if I was a Packers fan, I'd be pissed at. Like the one on DeAndre Swift. Like, dude, I wish you would have seen it. There was no hiding it. He took a step before the ball was hiked, and he froze during the play. Like, they called hike. He was the one getting the ball, and he ran like real gingerly, maybe like 3 yards, and just went down without getting tackled because he knew he did something wrong. And they never called it.
That's what. Yeah, I did not see that. For people, I drove from right after the Bears fucking scored, I left to go to a bar 20 minutes away to meet some friends for a benefit. So I missed like a good 5 to 8 minutes of gameplay. So I did not see some of that stuff. But
there was that one, and I think there was another. Somebody threw a punch at the end of one of the plays that I couldn't believe. Nobody said anything on. It was.
All I know is I think Jordan Love's overrated, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think he's overrated, and it's really funny. I have this friend that I work with. I won't name his name. I've talked to you about it. He just thinks that he is. He calls him half black Jesus is what he calls him. First of all, second of all, he thinks that he is like the next best fucking quarterback in the world. Like first of all, he thinks that Caleb's ceiling is top 12 total. Like he's gonna only be a top 12 quarterback in his whole career. I'm like, it's very funny how you can determine somebody's entire career off of half of his rookie season, which is funny. And Jordan Love is just not. Dude, he's got what 12 picks on the season now, 11 picks or 12 picks on the season, something like that. Second to last. And or second to, I think it's second most in the NFL he's got for picks right now.
Oh wow!
Definitely taking a page out of Brett Favre's book for that one. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I don't think that we have anything to worry about as far as like the Packers like taking over I think that the Bears have a really good chance to fucking take the franchise rivalry. They'll take the rivalry back over the next 10 years.
Yeah, or at least starting to level it out because the Packers have really ran away with it.
They're 16 and 50 in the past since Brett Favre.
That's rough. That's really rough.
I was at the last game. I was at the last one, 2018, Bears Packers at Soldier Field. Mitch Trubisky just ate Aaron Rodgers' ass. It was great. It was so cool. I was there with my dad. It was me, my dad, and Seth. We went there. It was a fucking great year. It was the year of the double doink. So yeah, guys, Bears fans, we are used to this kind of shit. We're used to just devastating, like what the fuck kind of losses. Like a double doink only happens to Bears fans. A Hail Mary with a tip only happens to Bears fans.
Missed on a block field goal.
A block field goal to the Packers. The first time we have a chance in 10 games, we have the chance to fucking beat them. And of course, no, that only happens to the Bears. This stuff only happens to us, guys. I'm not trying to be
the tragedies. It's 3 games in a row, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's going to happen next one?
Fuck, I don't know. The fucking franchise is going to explode.
Waterboy spikes Gatorade coolers with whiskey.
Something, or like
Chicago's just hammered on the sidelines.
Or Chicago Waterboy spikes entire water supply with rice and Bears die.
Oh my god.
That's the only thing that could happen worse, I think, at this point. The only thing that's worse is we are all Brock and the fucking goddamn ownership is Heisenberg, okay? We are all Brock. God. We are all the kid and fucking yeah. We're all tiny little kid. We're all tiny Brock, okay? We're all gonna get killed.
Did you know that the odds, I saw this yesterday, the odds of losing, so Bears have lost 5 leads with a 90% win chance or more in the last 3 seasons. The odds of losing all those games where you have a 90% chance or higher of winning is 68 million to 1.
And we're just getting that odd.
Isn't that? I thought that.
How are we fulfilling those odds? Like only the Bears are like fulfilling just the most absurd odds that you can think of.
I have no
idea. Lightning strike odds happens to Bears. Yep. Happens to the Bears. So we were talking about that Pat McAfee video. I'll just pull it up because I have the Bluetooth on here. I don't have to. Okay, so guys, I was talking next week. As of next week, I'm going to try to start pulling up clips and posting clips of like plays that we're talking about and stuff in post production. This is all last minute. This is literally comes out in an hour. This comes out Wednesday morning. I'm not doing any post production, but here's the video we were talking about of Pat McAfee describing that field goal.
Rules that were certainly bent a little bit. Not supposed to be able to blow up the center. Not supposed to be able to have people pushing each other either. Snapper is the one bent over right in the middle with 3 guys around. I don't think you're supposed to be able to just blow him up. But this is a technique that is also practiced. Drive, 3 steps, arms up, flight trajectory where it's supposed to be. If you're able to get to it and you are in line where the field goal is, you're obviously going to hit the ball. This guy is the reason why this gets blocked. 1, 2, 3 up rule. That is basically the rule. He moves the whole pile, pushes him into him up into the back of it. If I'm a Bears fan, I'm certainly wondering about some things. And once again, I don't know if they eliminated the push just from a pre-snap alignment because there used to be 2 dudes.
Yeah, dude, they got 2 dudes, and then the back dude is climbing up that dude's back and jumping.
Which I think you're allowed. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, but I don't think you're allowed to. I think you can do that. You can do the 1, 2, 3 jump thing, but you're not allowed to fucking bury the center.
Yeah, but you can't push down on the center.
Yeah, you can jump. You can jump like that, but you can't bury the center like that. That was illegal. Green Bay, you guys bent the rules to barely get away with a win. So
but we were just talking.
You guys aren't taking that one. I'm sorry. We're taking a fucking win back.
We were just talking about the missed calls. Like, had the Bears won, that would have been flip-flopped.
Whatever.
Packers fans would be blaming it on
them. Fuck them.
I'm just being a realist.
Fuck them, Jake. You know that.
I want them to win. No. I hate the Packers. Did you know that Aaron Rodgers is I think he's the losingest quarterback ever to play for the Jets?
Yeah, I want to know what's also really funny. He's fucking stupid. He's a fucking idiot, dumb bitch. That's one thing. That's one thing that Bears fans and Packers fans can do together is we can all sit and point and laugh at Aaron Rodgers in New York.
He's
not going to be a quarterback there next year, dude. He's not going to be a quarterback there next year. They're going to get rid of him. I don't
know if he'll be in the. Well, he'll probably still be in the league. I don't
know, man. Where else would he go?
He'll try and find a spot. Dude, I don't know.
It's so funny because Brett Favre was able to have decent success with the Jets his first year.
Yeah, did he?
I think better than Aaron Rodgers is doing.
Everybody. Who was doing better than Aaron Rodgers? They just showed me a stat. Zach Wilson. His winning percentage was 0.36. Sam Darnold,
Aaron Rodgers was doing. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was doing better. Zach Wilson was doing better as a Jet than Aaron Rodgers is doing this year. It's so funny.
Yeah, his winning percentage is 0.27 or something really bad.
Yeah. Well, so what's the Bears' remaining schedule? Who we got next week?
Oh my god, dude, it's not good. Chicago Bears.
Like I said, dude, I'm with the way our offense played this past week. Mm-hmm. I'm not completely out on this season. I am out on the coaching. The coaching needs something. We need to start blowing teams out in order for us to win because we can't win a close game. Mm-hmm. There's no more close games. So we got the Vikings on Sunday. Sunday, and then fucking
Vikings
Lions
they've been losing.
Lions on Thanksgiving. So
Vikings haven't been losing that much. Damn it.
Well, hey, you know what? Like I said, I'm looking at this more optimistic than I was going into the Bears Packers. I wasn't really expecting much Bears Packers. I was just hoping to see some improvement, which we did. We saw a lot of improvement, and we almost saw a win. Our defense played great. Jordan Love sucked dick, which is great because he just sucks dick, and it's awesome to watch him continue to suck dick. But I think that going into this week, I think the Bears are. I think at this point we're not playing sad anymore like we were after that fucking Hail Mary. I think we're playing. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to be playing pissed off at this point. This is going to be
that's a good reason. That's a good reason to get mad.
This is going to be a pissed off fucking. This is going to be a pissed off fucking game against a division rival. At fucking. Is it at home?
Yeah, it's at home.
Yeah,
they need to win it because right after that it gets really tough.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Right after the Vikings,
49ers,
you got the Lions,
49ers, and Vikings again, and then Lions again.
Yeah, not even a month goes by, and then you have to play the Lions and the Vikings again.
Yeah. Like I said, dude, I was never thinking that this is a Super Bowl year. I'm just glad that we are finally seeing some progress after that 3-game slump That 3-game slump was so ridiculous that we were just getting worse and worse and worse every week. I was like, what the hell is going on? Now like after last week, we saw some improvement. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is not completely out of the loop as far as like next year or the year after that goes. And we don't, we just got to find a good coach. We got to find an offensive coach, and hopefully we can hire Ben Johnson after next year. Hopefully Ben Johnson's still on the fucking market.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
I mean, we need an offensive-minded head coach. We really do. And if we don't have an offensive-minded head coach, who's the next best guy? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, is it John Gruden? Is it Mike Vrabel? Is it Bill Belichick? Is it any of those fucking?
Yeah.
Is any of those great coaches sitting on their couches, or is it a random fucking guy like Dan Campbell? You know what I'm saying? Like, because like Matt Eberflus could have been Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like we just got Dan Campbell. Just got put in the right situation.
Dan Campbell, right? Lions head coach. He played for the Lions.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be awesome, dude, if like Brian Urlacher
or something,
or Olin Kreutz, or
Olin Kreutz, dude. If Olin Kreutz, he's on 670 The Score. He's an analyst, so he's constantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
His son goes
Brian
to
Urlacher.
his son.
Now.
Olin Krutz's son goes to U of I, and he's a senior, I believe. So the Bears should get a center. Get Olin Krutz's son. He's huge. He's a good player too.
And also
Lance Briggs.
He's a Hall of Famer. Like
Lance Briggs could be a coach too.
Yep, could. I'd rather see Brian Urlacher.
For sure. Just both of them together. Dude,
we named our cat after Brian Urlacher. Did I tell you? Yeah.
No shit.
He's big. Yeah, big shoulders, so we called him Brian, and it turned into Brain.
That's funny. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I really just wish that I want the Bears to sell the team so bad. I want the McCaskies to get rid of the team so bad, or just like hire some better people.
That this team will be with the McCaskies forever. I'm sure.
I know, it's just never hand your in-laws the fucking keys to the castle.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going to end up doing.
Well, that's what they did. That's what I'm saying. That's what the Hallises did.
I think they're going to keep doing it.
Well, I mean, they're just. I mean, it's in the McCaskies' hands now. There's no handing it back. So I don't know, man. It's just they just hire somebody with experience. If Eberflus doesn't work out, the only one person that I am on board with hiring that doesn't have head coaching experience is that Ben Johnson guy. I need to fucking stop shaking my entire computer. Ben Johnson. That's the only person that I'm like on board with 100%. Or like even like a Cliff Kingsbury. If he comes out next year going for head coaching spots, granted he was the head coach of the Cardinals and he sucked, but still he's a great offensive coordinator.
You know, I've been saying it all season. Like the Lions are fun to watch. Like I think that's what the Bears need. They need Ben Johnson on their sideline, getting more people like interested in watching.
Yeah,
the Bears.
I mean, I think football, honestly, dude. Honestly, anything with positive yardage is going to be fun to watch for a Bears fan because we've never been an offensive team. If we can move the ball and score, that's about as interesting as it needs to be. We don't need anything fancy. We just need to move the ball down the field. We've been a defensive team our entire lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Name one offensive the best offensive team we've ever had Mitch Trubisky on as a quarterback.
I would say,
and they threw for fucking 6. He threw for 6. I'm saying like the best offensive game because he threw for 6 touchdowns that game.
Sure.
49.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not that good. Like we've never had an off quarterback throw for 4,000 yards. Like we've never.
You know what's funny? I think the best quarterback that we've ever had, or at least in our Chicago Bears era that we're watching, I think it was Kyle Orton.
Well,
because he's the one that brought him there.
I mean, Rex Grossman did.
Rex Grossman was out that season. He got himself injured. Remember? I think it was Kyle Orton.
Like 5 years old. I felt we were so young for that.
Oh, I remember
8 years old.
Kyle Orton. He played for 5. He played for quite a few games.
Yeah, I know he should have played in that Super Bowl. I know he should have played in that Super Bowl, and he should have.
Yeah,
and we lost. I know that.
That was Jay Cutler's first game back after his injury or whatever.
Rex Grossman, you mean?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. That's right.
Yeah. No, I barely. I guess I do remember that now that you say that. I remember Kyle Orton playing the majority of that season. I do remember.
I think
I do remember it being a big deal that Kyle Orton didn't play that fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I remember it being a big deal. We were so young.
Yeah, because he's the one that did all the work to get us there, and then
Rex Grossman was just poo poo.
Yeah, he was. Man, I can't believe I remember that. What? Man, I wish we were like alive during like the good Chicago Bears era.
Well, you know what, man? It's got a history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So eventually, I would assume that it's going to eventually happen again. I mean, look at the Cubs. I mean, I just hope it doesn't take 100 years. I really hope it doesn't take 100 years because I want to see it. I'd like to see the Bears go, like, win the Super Bowl. That'd be really cool. I don't think it's going to take 100 years. I think we're going to get there in the next 20.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hopefully. If we don't get there in the next 20 years, I'm going to be really upset. But like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like I said, if we can, we just need some coaches. We just need some coaches. That's it.
True.
We don't need anything special. We just need a coach that can move the ball down the field nice and easy, 5 yards at a time. That's all the Chicago Bears need as an offense. That's it. And then also, once you get in the red zone, that can capitalize, because that was also a problem of ours for the longest time this year. This for the past like 5 weeks. Once we get in the red zone, we just can't finish. So
sucks.
But like I said, dude, I saw a shit ton of improvement this week. I'm very happy with the way Thomas Brown was looking calling this game, and the way Caleb looked. He looked confident. He looked poised.
Oh yeah, he was. And everyone's on the hot seat right now too. So,
yep.
Glad that they kind of showed up. I wish it worked out better for them.
Coaches are on the hot seat. Fuck. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, all those coaches are playing. That's another thing. If Matt Eberflus would have just put his job being on the line like out of his head for a second, and he would have just been like, "Hey, realistically, logically, I'm gonna get the ball 5 yards, 7 yards closer if I can."
I think I heard
he's
somebody
coaching for his job. That's why that's why he's doing stuff like that, because he's coaching. His job is on the line.
And I hear you. There was a podcast that I was listening to, and they were mentioning how, like, Matt Eberflus, he's playing scared now. He's got everybody getting fired around.
Every Bears coach does that, dude.
Yeah,
about this time in their career, about this time when they're about 3 years in, when they're about shit, people around me are getting fired.
You go into the Packers game, you want to be confident. You want everybody to be confident. And sure, I mean, it looked like the team was confident in themselves, but the coach, he was like, oh, damn, like, no matter what I do, I think I'm out. And so he's playing scared. He's calling scared. And I think that was just a bad set. I think the Bears needed to get rid of Matt Eberflus like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they never will. They'll never do it midseason. They'll never do it. But dude, every Bears coach, even I want to say probably even some little bit from the start of their fucking career as a Bears coach, plays scared, because instead of just like knowing like, hey, we got this fucking first round draft pick, we got this fucking brand new offense, let's fucking build around him, let's not worry about these fucking these wins, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's build this team around him. Let's like show that we're making progress. But like, the way that the Bears are doing it, they're not even showing any type of progress during games. It's like progressively getting worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where it's like, okay, now you guys have to show us that you're going to do something for us to show that you're worth keeping as a coach. So it's like they like dig themselves a hole like right off the bat. It's like, why not just immediately just start? Like, why are you guys immediately like setting your expectations so high and like telling everybody like, championship this year, you know what I'm saying? And not that anybody said that or anything, but like, it's just a matter of like, everybody has their expectations set so high, then they end up just coaching for their job. It's just like they end up just coaching so scared by the end of it, and it's just like it's been every coach. It's been every coach since goddamn Tressman or fucking John Fox. Which one was first? Which one was after? Which one was after Lovie Smith? Was it Tressman?
I think it was Tressman.
Yeah.
John Fox was a little more recent.
And he benched Jay Cutler to play fucking what's his name, Jimmy Clausen or some shit. That's what he did right before he got fired. He benched Jay Cutler to play Jimmy Clausen.
Oh my god!
Like, these Bears coaches are like traditional, or like just historically, doing just ridiculous shit.
Just hilariously bad.
Right. Just like, what are you doing? Like, you think that's going to save you your job? You're already at this point to where you're like debating on putting in Tyson Bagent over Caleb Williams. How did that even come up? I don't care if players brought that up. If players brought that up, you keep that quiet.
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean? Like, how is that getting out? You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. Bears. We're going to come out of this, dude. I don't know what's going to happen with this coaching situation. I do love the Thomas Brown situation. I do love him. I do like the way he coached. I love the way he called that game. Offensively, we looked great. Team-wise, Matt Eberflus just reminded us what it's like to be a Bears fan. He just said, no, we're not beating the Packers just quite yet. And, I just think next year, fresh start with coaching, and then, like, let's stick with these coaches and, like, you can't keep switching coaches for a new quarterback. You know what I mean? You got to get, like, if we're going to stick with this coach, like, if we're going to hire somebody in the offseason, hire him and stick with him. Like, unless you're going to stick with Thomas Brown. If you're going to stick with Thomas Brown, stick with Thomas Brown.
I think they should. He did fine. I mean,
right. But
there's no reason to get rid of him.
But what if you're going to hire Ben Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I say
hire Ben Johnson as the head coach.
Hire Ben Johnson, and then keep Thomas Brown as the OC?
Yeah, dude. Why not?
Wouldn't you want? Yeah, I know. I guess why not have him and Ben Johnson also helping out calling offensive plays too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see what happens, guys. I don't know. I'm still. I will always be faithful as a Bears fan. I think that we will historically. I think we have to like pick it up. I think we just like statistically, it's like it just has to come up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we eventually will be. I feel like we eventually will be good next year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year. But we got like a couple minutes left. So, do you want to touch on anything before we move on, or before we end this one?
No, I mean, Chiefs finally lost.
Thank God.
Thank
Bills,
you, Josh Allen. Go Bills.
Bills are my number 2 team. If you guys didn't know that, Bills are my number 2 team.
You didn't watch the Eagles game, did you?
I fell asleep during it. I watched half of it. It was a good game.
It actually wasn't, dude. It was awful. It was 10-6 going into the fourth quarter.
That shows you how fucking asleep I was.
10-6. Hold up. Stop. You know what the final score was?
What?
18-26.
Nice.
They scored. The Eagles alone scored 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Damn.
And then the Commanders scored. What did they score? 8. I think they went for 2 on one of them. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I fell asleep during it. It's pretty good. Pretty good game in my eyes.
Yeah. What else? It was my. I doubt they'll hear this, but my dad and my stepmom, their anniversary was this week, so happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversry.
I already texted them.
Very nice. Magic.
I don't think they'll hear it, but...
Well, hey. They don't watch TorgyTalk? They don't watch Ball Boys? No? Well, hey, your mom watches, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hey, it's cool. My mom doesn't even watch. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, my mom called me. She's like, "What? Send me the link."
That's funny.
Why can't I find this?
I have been putting them in the stories. Now. So, Mrs. Brenda, you can click in the link, and you can also click in my story. There'll be a link for YouTube. So I did that just for you. I made it as easy as possible. I didn't even know that I could put the link in there. Otherwise, I would have done it sooner. So we're learning here. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll be back with smiles on our faces. We said that last week. We were almost there, half smiles on our faces with almost, like I said, Packer fans, you barely won. So don't get too fucking cocky. We're going to be back week 17 with a sharp cheddar butt plug.
Oh, just a giant strap on.
Mm-hmm. Made of sharp cheddar. It's going to be so sharp that it cuts your butt. Fuck the Packers, dude. We're coming back. We're going to beat the Vikings twice. Maybe. We're going to beat them at least once, I think, right? I think we could beat the Vikings once.
I mean, I want to say so, but they are 8-2.
Fuck the Vikings, dude.
I don't know, man. We'll see. It's
hey. No matter what, we have to be confident going into each week. Okay?
I'm confident.
Did you expect any of that last week?
No, I did not.
Be confident. Now at this point, you have to be irrationally confident coming into this week. Okay, you have to be like, hey guys, the Bears are really, really good. They're gonna beat the Vikings, because I have to have something to look forward to. Okay, and I do have something to look forward to, because guess what? Fucking goddamn Bulldogs beat the goddamn Volunteers, baby. It's another big one. We're going to the playoffs.
That's good.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I think that about does it for this week's episode. Yeah, tune in next week. Hopefully it'll be at 6 a.m. We're running a little bit late this morning. So, but yeah, go Bears. And yeah, bear down.
Go Bears.
All right. See you next week.